What's up, you guys? It's DOB Universe, and this is going to be yet another redirect-based review system thing. Head off link in the description below to watch the reaction. My voice is actually really starting to get to me. I'm going to have to probably go for a walk on that after this one. And this is going to be episode 12, Captain Hardrock. Okay, this is going to be the one that's going to be pretty divisive on my end when it comes to like the things that they brought up in this episode. So let's get with the good, easy things to talk about first. The villain itself. The Akumanized party, being the guardian of Luca, a nice little old lady who just who finds freedom of speech and freedom of just destroying people's cars completely out of whack. Now, I'm all for freedom of speech. Of course I am. I'm also accounting for every amendment that every American has. Now, but if your freedom of speech revolves around with one simple strum of a guitar to lift and destroy a bunch of other people's property, I gotta disagree with that. All right, you talk all you want. I'm for that, but don't destroy my car. I kind of need it, kind of thing. So, the police dude, RoboCop over here, completely justified in trying to tell her to stop, and you're reaching really loud requirements. There is a limit. She's not saying you should stop in general. Just be more quiet, thank you. So, yeah, Captain Hardrock, and it's just she herself is just like, this isn't anyone's real fault. I will say Mr. RoboCop kind of went a little too far in a ticket giving. That is kind of his only main problem. He does his job, but he does it kind of bad once you give him enough time when he's just starting to make tickets because he can. That just starts getting to more, okay, yeah, okay, you're kind of going a little too far here, buddy. But in the end, it was kind of her own fault, and the only reason why she feels so upset is because she's not abiding by laws of which that are obvious to kind of go off on, you know? So, Captain Hardrock's abilities revolves around having a ship that goes around shooting giant laser beams. She has chains that she can control. She's also Super Saiyan Red. Sorry. She's also Super Saiyan Red, and she uses like high frequency cannonballs to make people run away through the sheer intensity of the noise. Now, I like this. I liked it. The creativity factor of it is pretty impressive. It reminded me a lot of what Captain Blackbeard could do on his ship. In the Pirates of the Caribbean, I think it was 4 or 5. I forget. There's a lot of Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm pretty sure it's 4. And how he can whenever he uses his sword, the ship will act accordingly to what he wants it to do. So it reminded me of that, and I found it pretty interesting. Now the battle between her and Ladybug and Cat Noir, yeah, pretty straightforward. Lots of pirate talk, and so on and so forth. Now that we got the villain and stuff out of the way, and her success level, her power, I would have to say 7 or 8 on the scale of 1 to 10. Pretty impressive. Didn't really use the laser for anything else other than destroying bridges, so can't really say much about that. Her level of success, at least she's cognizant. She has a level of cognition that is able to say, unlike a baby, she's able to actually try to get subdue her guys, and try to get Miraculous that way. Did not come that close. Her success rate didn't seem to be very high in that aspect. The chains were her best bet of tying them up and getting them Miraculous that way, but didn't really get many opportunities where she was able to do it. Now, wait, hold on. I think actually I'm forgetting something. The fight in general showcase their level of ability. Also, Cop really in tune with his job. Say what you want about how he does it. He's very dedicated. Very dedicated. Gets an entire army on his back. Gets blown away. It's by himself, and he's on like a little rickshaw. It gets blown away. Now he's on a floaty system or something, a little paddle boat or whatever. It still gets knocked out, but he still goes. I appreciate that. And the Akumanized item was the ship. Okay, and which actually answers one of my questions that I had in a previous thing. So if you guys answered that, I appreciate it. But now I see here, if the Akumanized thing is the ship, it didn't affect anyone else except for the chick. which I have to say, I get why it didn't, but I think my question didn't showcase if there's innocent people who have no negative intentions on their behalf, on the thing to getting akumanized, they won't get affected. But what I mean is, if all the people who have their hand on the car are all frustrated equally at that point, and then the car is akumanized, then they're all affected. That's the real question. It's not so much as okay, they're on the ship, they should get akumanized too, since the akumanization is going off. No, they don't have any ill will or intentions in their heart, so it wouldn't affect them regardless. So the real question, to reiterate, in a better way, if they all have the same level of frustration and then the car gets akumanized, do they all get affected, and do they all have to use this car as their type of weapon or something like that? Because that's pretty much what they showcased with the twins. They both feel frustrated with fighting over the hat. Once the hat gets akumanized, they both get hit. So just to reiterate, just in case you answered it in a certain way, think about it this way. All right. So okay, after talking about that, let's talk about the actual controversial thing that I don't like about this episode. But that's it. All right. Marinette wanted Adrian to come over to do the band thing, and she's upset because, you know, Mr. Aggress, being Mr. Aggress, is like, play the piano. This sucks. Do it again. Stay here and practice. Haha, I'm a terrible parent. And then he comes back, and then Adrian's like, you want to play this with me? Yes, please. And then he plays it with him, and and then he's an awesome parent, and I love him. Again, he's a very complicated character, and I love him. And he's like, okay, go play. But before this happens, Marinette finds Luca. Luca plays a few chords, acts a little pretty boyish, basically being himself. It's not like I think he's not trying to egg her on or anything like that. He's just being himself. And then Marinette happens to have the same level of complexive, crush-like aspects that she has when talking to Adrian. And I'm like, girl, pick one. Alright? Pick one, alright? I get your love for Adrian, but it starts to seem like you just like him because he's pretty. And you just like him because he says some good words, but he's actually has not done anything that a boyfriend would do to a person that they really like, that type of thing. Which, you know, in certain cases this happens, in other cases it doesn't. Like, okay, this is like the Naruto and Sakura dynamic that happened in Naruto. For those of you who don't know about Naruto and the Naruto and Sakura dynamic, is that Sakura likes Sasuke, and mostly throughout from the interactions they have with each other, Sakura likes Sasuke because Sasuke is a loner, brooding, pretty boy type, and doesn't really do anything to actually be a boyfriend. He does not save her very much all the time. In fact, in Shippuden, nearly kills her twice. So, but yet still loves the guy, which is a level of love that I just still don't understand to this day. But hey, it's a complex matter, and I'm not really gonna get that far into it. But let's put that in scenario here, where Marinette looking at Adrian, thinking he's just a pretty boy and just wants to get with him because he's cute, and that's it. I don't like that kind of relationship dynamic. But I'm giving Marinette the benefit of the doubt because there are moments in their introduction with one another of why she finds him attractive. It revolves around the fact that he is generally a nice guy and boyfriend material, you would say, as Roxy would also put it. So let's put in that scenario. But you have Cat Noir, a person who has given his jumped in front of danger for her, done everything he can to be supportive of her, has given motivation and stand by her side, you know, so on and so forth, doing everything that a person who would be very appreciative of that sort of stuff would actually, you know, give them a chance at least in a type of upgraded relationship besides just being friends. But since Marinette likes Adrian, she finds the fact that if she went with Cat Noir, she would be betraying the love that she has for Adrian. So that was the complicated matter of the relationship that keeps me interested in this show. But when Luca shows up, and the 5 minutes of screen time they had together, she shows the same level of love, like relation with this guy than with Adrian. I have to question, how deep of a relationship do you actually have? Because Luca, he was just being a bro, like just being a dude. Yet even Alia's bringing up the fact that is the compass wigging out now again? And then they even have a little ending title card where it's apparently this rivalry between these two characters, even though Adrian only sees Marinette as a friend, only sees her as a friend because of the same scenario that I brought up again. And here's the thing, on Adrian's side, she is not doing anything to play with Marinette's heart. In fact, Adrian is doing his best just to be a nice friend, and it's Marinette trying to take almost every scenario where he's just being nice to an nth degree that makes it sort of awkward in the sense that if he were to go with another girl, let's say Chloe for instance, for any god knows reason for Chloe, then she would find it to be his fault in a way. But no, I don't really see Merit as that. But let's put it in that perspective, however. It's like, I already brought this up in a previous review of how if she continues to play this I'm overly shy and can't get over the shyness for how cute he is and how nice he is kind of attitude, she's going to miss her opportunity to actually be in a relationship with the guy. She's going to miss her opportunity because another girl is going to be braver than her. Let's say the fencing girl. Let's say the fencing girl actually taken a liking to Adrian after having a good fencing battle with him. And then she offers to go to coffee or offers to have dinner and they actually hit it off somehow. What is Marinette going to do? Regret every single moment she had a chance to say something. She will regret her entire decisions every single time she had an opportunity. And I don't want that to happen to her. I like her too much. I don't want her to have that type of experience. So I'm really hoping later on the line, she grows a pair. Right? And I'm talking about her boobs. Was that sexist? I'm sorry. From what I have to say is, it's just, I'm worried. I'm just worried. And I really hope later down the line she learns have a little bit more confidence in her matter, and I hopefully Luca has not shown up recently, and I'm really hoping if they are gonna do something to Luca, they don't do this love triangle, because the relationship aspect between Marinette and Adrian is already complex enough without another wheel into the mix. This does not need to happen. This does not need to happen. I cannot stop them from doing it. Just know, in my personal view, I do not need this to happen right now. So, in and of itself, to end things off, power output, pretty high, especially with the laser beam. Didn't really use laser beam or anything else for destroying bridges. Her likelihood of actually succeeding, actually relatively higher than a lot of other candidates that was in this episode, besides Robustus and the Dark Owl. And nice episode in general. The controversial thing that I do not like, Luca, if you're going to play a bigger part in this role, you need to actually prove yourself as a better character than they're actually trying to egg you on to be. I don't want you to be the romantic rival. I want you to be your own character, kind of like Alia. I want you to be your own character. Do not throw this guy into a love triangle. Please don't. I do not need that in this series, especially when you already have so much of a complex relationship standards right now. Do not need it. This is You and Me Universe. See you next time. Bye.